I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Actually, I posted the thing about Miguel saying like I made a clip about him competing with Torchy's and like trying to like making his tacos or whatever, right? The very first comment was a Californian being like, everybody knows Texas doesn't do tacos. Socal does tacos better than everybody. Like Mexican food in Socal is so much better. And I've been to Cali. Cali has really great Mexican food, as does Arizona, as does New Mexico. You know. But I think because overall in society there's this brewing war between California and Texas as these like big states that offer a lot to the United States, right? And proudly speaking, the Hispanic slice of both of those states should really like take a big holding in that, because it really is a common denominator. Like if you take away the Hispanic accent, and I don't mean accent like actual linguistic accent, but just like the flavor that they bring to that state, there's very little in common. You know what I mean? In terms of like Texas and what it is without the Hispanic Mexican influence, and California without the Hispanic, there's very little in common. The commonality really, whenever it comes down to fighting for who's better, who's not, aside from land and prices and real estate and kind of like that kind of way of life, we provide a lot of value in both of those states. So like I know there's like an ongoing civil war between like California and Texas, and then we want to carry that into our food. I find it really fun, but if anything, it just makes me really proud. Like I have been to Socal, I've been to San Diego, has some really great food, and like it is great. It's fantastic. It's different because it's Western, right?
And it's different Mexicans who move there.
Yeah.
So population shifts matter.
Yeah, it goes back to the migration pattern thing that I was saying. Yeah.
And so that helps determine what kind of tacos you get, right? So, they're not going to be the same. And why should they? That's boring as shit.
Yeah. I was just talking to somebody today. They were like, oh, what's the difference? I'm like, well, I'm a norteño. So my version of tacos look a very specific way. My version of a trompo of al pastor looks very oftentimes it's without the piña, right?
That's a very specific style.
Yeah. And whereas in DF, where the origin of it is with the piña, right? Western Mexico does like fish tacos better than anybody, probably, right? Yeah. Because that Pacific coast offers something very different than the Gulf. The Gulf oftentimes is not a good place to go, and like, maybe for shrimp in Louisiana, maybe like a little bit, or crawfish, like maybe in certain areas depending on the migration patterns of the shrimp and the crawfish or whatever. But like, we're not in Monterrey. We're not trying to get a fish taco or a shrimp taco.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No,
we're not doing that. We're doing like fajita. There might be some suadero. We do cochinita. We do carnitas. Like and it's good. But I imagine in West Mexico, that whole area over there, Baja, like think about those shrimp tacos. Think about the ceviche that is over there. It's a different world.
So let me tell you something that might blow your mind.
Yeah.
We need to thank Japanese immigration to Baja and northwestern Mexico for the fish taco.
Wow.
For the fried fish taco.
Yeah,
it's tempura. It's a tempura-like batter. It's
close.
Very light.
Oh, yeah.
It's airy. That's freaking Japanese food that the Japanese fishermen got together with the Mexican fishermen, and then what happens? The same thing that happens every time
two cultures mix.
Something new is born. And no one would doubt that a Baja taco sorry, that a Baja fish taco is not traditional. You get smacked around for saying something like that, right?
Yeah. I'm thinking also like in Mexico, it's so common for like pollo al carbón, and so then you make like in my family we'll get like a whole pollo al carbón. We'll get the whole bird, or 2 of them or whatever, blah, blah, and then we'll make our own tacos from the pollo al carbón. So it's like again going back to those customs, right? So the Austin scene, in your mind, is flourishing because of this innovation.
It's getting better for sure.
Yeah, it's getting better.
Yeah.
If you like that video, please make sure you like and subscribe. We're on every social media platform. It really helps out in the algorithm if you do that. And it also helps us make better content for you in the future. We are 100% self-funded, and we have so many ideas that we want to get out to you guys, but we won't be able to do it without you. So please hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. We really, really, really appreciate it. Until next time, see you around.